Welcome to the SOS Small Business. Having one of those, oh my goodness, I'm asking you to commit to my podcast, my content, and information to be able to. And thanks for joining me here today. My mic was on page, and I forgot to record it. And I'm doing it for the third time today. So maybe this one will be the most beautiful one yet here. Okay, so as you know, the SOS Small Business people that thrive. Now, we know that our businesses can't grow unless we're bigger than us. What we need to take into consideration, because we've allowed our brand to grow because we are growing. So it goes handy. 5 success strategy, some strategy anchors. And this week we're talking about, we've titled it today as sailing versus motoring. And this originally started out because I saw a post this week, and the post was a gentleman that had said, hustle do hairdressers, barbers, suite renters do when they hit a slow week? And of 386 comments on here, 386 comments. I mean, come on, you guys, that's crazy, right? 386 comments. And you know what most of the comments were? I'm all for having multiple revenue streams, but I also, when you have a slow business acumen of what you're doing, that you're having a slow week, sometimes it just happens, right? I can't get to the comments right now at this point, but I'll pull it up, sailing versus motoring, because I want you to think about the difference. I want you to think about the difference between sailing versus motoring here. Now, we're getting into cold season here. I want nothing more than to start planning and preparing, and you see on the green screen right now. I do not want to suffer through the winter and the cold because I don't like the cold. I want nothing to do with cold weather. So, and it gets pretty cold here in Atlanta as we kind of pray. So it's starting to get to that time where I'm not comfortable anymore. So I work my butt off to be able to have these experiences, these opportunities. Definition between sailing and motoring here. So sailing, it says to travel on water by action of wind upon sails or by other means, to move or proceed easily, gracefully, nonchalantly, or without resistance to contradictions. And I love that. I love that. That's a great definition of sailing here. I especially like where it says to proceed easily, gracefully, nonchalantly, without resistance. So if you're having a slow week, that's resistance showing up because something you didn't prepare for previously, being a service-based business. I get that. But if you're putting some business strategies in place, then you shouldn't have slow weeks. If you built a solid clientele, you shouldn't have business strategies that you're doing here. All right, let's look at the definition of motoring. Travel in a motor vehicle, typically a car or a boat. And the informal is, if I have a motor, I can just speed through the water and I can do a direct, there is on my side and I'm not dealing with, heavy waves. Sailing, on the other sailing, then you have to rely on the wind to be able to push or pull line. Sometimes with islands kind of in the way or other things that might be what they consider to be contradiction, no wind, too much wind. Islands, things like that can get in the way. And what happens is that in order to get to your destination, you might have to do a zigzag route to get to your destination. And sometimes I think we get into autopilot in our industry. So when we're busy, all of a sudden we have one no-show or a cancellation or a slower week than normal. I don't want to do this anymore. What can I do? This is not working. Everybody in this industry would really take a career. But even though it's a creative, hands-on type of person in order to be thriving. Okay. So if you're posting something like that, then you aren't going to be making enough money to pay some bills this week, or you're feeling something's out of sort. Is it played? You can enjoy here and to be able to look at it. So let's look at strategy just from an acronym here. You have to do, if you're having a slow week or you have inconsistent books, is ask yourself, what's going on? Is it a circumstance? In other words, it's the week before Halloween. If you have a lot of clients that are maybe parents or moms, then it might be that they're putting all their attention, time, money, and energy into getting their kids ready for Halloween, okay? Or maybe they're planning their holiday hair timelines, and that's not going to start until next week. They're going to come in the beginning of November, and then they would come 6-8 weeks later, just right before Christmas, okay? So, but it also might be that you don't have enough clients, and maybe you need to do a client count and count how many clients you have, because, if you have 100 or more clients and they're booking on a regular and consistent basis, then you shouldn't have slow weeks. Are you pre-booking your clients? So there's got to be a starting point. You just need to ask yourself enough questions to be able to determine what could change, what could you do differently in order to have a more consistent book, okay? Then you want to look at the timelines, all right? Is it just a certain time of the year? Is it were you just really busy and the majority of your clients came in the last 6 weeks? And so what that means is that if all your clients are kind of running on this same cycle, you might need new clients. Okay. Then you want to get your resources together and you want to be able to say, okay, so what do I need to do if I need new clients? What do I need to do if I'm not pre-booking my clients? So whatever those resources are that you have available to you to help you do this, it might just be scripting out a conversation. Okay. And you're going to align all these actions. You're going to put them into play and you're going to align them so that your focus and your energy is being put towards one specific thing, to never have a slow week again. All right. Now, sometimes it might not be having a whole bunch of clients in a week or not having a slow week, or, preventing having a slow week. Sometimes it might just be that I need to, even if I have a slow week, I don't want my sales to be down. So what do I need to do to be selling more to the clients that I have in my chair when I do, whether it's upgrading services or retail? What can I do with that? And a way to do that is to be able to test some strategies, test market it. Maybe it's having conversation with your clients of saying, hey, I'm going to be doing a promotion in January. So let's get your appointment set up, for November, December for the holidays. And then let's get you pre-booked for January so that you can take advantage of this promotion that I'm going to be doing that totally fits into, how I do your hair type of thing. So test it out, talk it out. Engage your clients in communications and ideas, engage your team if you're a salon owner into these type of things. Set some goals for yourself. So like right now, set some goals for yourself for the last 2 months of the year. Set your goals for, what you're going to do differently, maybe going into 2022. And then when you finally put some strategy together of what it is that you're going to do, whether it's over the next 2 months for the holiday season, and I have a program that you might be interested in, I'll share that with you in the end. Or it might be something that you're planning for January, so you don't have a slow January, okay? But no matter what it is you do, you have to yell it out loudly because it's a very, very, very busy place out there. Anything online, anything with clients, anything that's going on right now, it's just noisy, you guys. Everything is just overdone today. And so in order to stand out, you've got to yell. And you got to yell loudly in order to get the attention with that. So let's look at some ideas of being able to do that, okay? Because here's what I know to be true is when we steer off course, we become distracted by the shiny objects. And sometimes the shiny objects are sharks waiting for us to give us a bad week or talk us into something that, we're not confident about, or leading us to believe that we're just not worthy of being successful in this business. All right. So slow days can turn into slow weeks and slow months. So you want to prevent that from happening now. And again, it's looking at your base of business. You got to go back and look at your base of business. All right. Don't panic. There's always ebbs and flows in, strong months, weeks, the whole gamut. Okay. I mean, if you asked any other stylist and it's like, what's your slowest time of year? You'd probably hear the same time of year from everybody. All right. Create a sales goal. Really, really focus in on what do you want to accomplish? Is your sales goal to be able to hit a certain mark each and every week, which means that having a slow week is not going to be an option for you if you put together this sales goal. What lead role do you need to be playing in order to get systems in place for this to happen? Okay, so you got to think it through. This is strategy here when you're thinking it through. And then, of course, what is your mind telling you? Because if you're anymore, it seems like I as soon as I think things are going good, they start going bad. Maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of work. My clients are leaving me. I'm not getting new clients. There's nobody to hire right now. Sales are down. Business is slow. Inflation and recession is looming. If you're kind of like down that path, you are going down the rabbit hole, and you have to kind of like stop, reverse, get out of the hole, and start looking at what you can be doing, some positive actions that you can be doing, and some real impactful strategies that are going to make a difference. And then sometimes it can be as easy or as simple as how to market yourself as an expert. Okay. Not everybody, people buy from people, not businesses. Okay. So, and status out there, but you as a stylist in the business, or you as the owner of the business, don't have that same cachet right now. Maybe it's time to put yourself out there a little bit as the expert and just expose yourself to your marketplace. And just finally, and then one of the most important is, what do you need to learn? What's something that you need to learn that stands? And of course, all of those questions are tied around the SOM framework here. So the anchors are sales, operation, mindset, marketing, and education. What area do you need support in? All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to commit to 1 hour a week. Now, I have committed to way more than 1 hour just today to get this podcast going, since I did the first one and my mic was on pause, and I did the second one and I forgot to record it for the actual podcast platform. Now here I am in the third version of this. And I'm committed. I'm committed, right? Because I could say, forget it, screw it, I don't want to do it. I'm just not going to do it again. No, I'm committed. But I always commit to way more than 1 hour a week. As a matter of fact, I'm like, there's a point where I'm just like, I don't want to learn anymore. I just don't want to learn anymore. And sometimes I just need to put things into action. Okay. But I am more that I can share, the more that I grow, and the more potential clients that I get from my business as a speaker, coach, author, and podcaster. Right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at the sales strategy here. So I want you to determine your number one retail item that you sell the most of. Okay. And I want you to plan a promotion around it. So it could be a BOGO, gift with purchase, a price off, something that you're going to promote through the holidays. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to bump up that inventory on that. You're going to package it up with something, whether it's a price off or another product or a gift of some sort. And you're going to plan this promotion out. Okay. And you're going to do all the things that I just told you to do with the strategy. You're going to engage people. You're going to speak it, you're going to yell it out loudly. Okay. Secondly, in operations, here's what I want you to think about. I want you to find an online gift card, say Square or GiftFly, or we do thousands of dollars in gift cards at our salon every year, and not just around the holidays, like throughout the year. Okay. And we offer, when we get to these particular times of the year, say Valentine's, Mother's Day, holidays, we offer 10% off. So there's a little bit of a value to it. So they buy a $100 gift card, but it only costs them $90. Sometimes we do buy a $100 gift card and a $10 gift card goes to you. So it's still the same thing. It's just 10% savings. Okay. Or sometimes we do, and the gift card is actually worth $110. Okay. Any one of those would be valuable promotions. Okay. But here's the thing. If you want to bring in some extra cash for the next 2 months in our business, then you have to be able to look at these gift cards. Now, you're still going to get the money out of it. Okay. And you're still going to get the business out of it because people are going to come in and do this, but it could create a cash flow. So from an operations point, I always want you to manage your gift cards well. Right. Okay, number 3, mindset. Review your year-to-date numbers so far. So when we get to August 31st, this Sunday, I want you to kind of like look at what you've done in the first 10 months of this year. And I want you to put a goal together of what you want to do for the last 2 months of this year in order to close out the year. Okay. You can go back and look at 2020 or even 2019. Some of my clients have had their best months ever in July, August, and September of this year. And they've been in business for 10 plus years. So we know the business is there. We know the clients are wanting to look good and want the services. We're all feeling low. We're all feeling sick of everything that's been going on in the world. And we just want to look and feel pretty. Okay. So, and look at your numbers and then set some goals for yourself. And it could be fun. Whether you meet them or not, I bet you you'll do better than you think. I want you to plan one promotion over the month of November. So whether it's Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, service or retail type of promotion, I want you to plan one type of promotion, okay, over the month of November. All right. And just activate that promotional idea strategy that you can get people excited about. Our clients in our salon stay with me to the end, because I've got a program that I'm going to share with you guys that we're going to talk about tons of ideas and strategies for holiday promotions. Okay. It's called the SOS Salon Holiday Marketing Sprint before the end of the year. Now, it could be doing some live videos, could be doing some reels. It could be running ads. It could be a hair technique that you want to learn. Whatever it is that you need to learn in order to grow your business, time to be able to learn. Okay. Now, that was just a few ideas that I talked about in these 5 strategies. But if you want to find out what areas of opportunities are available to you, or what areas you might need some support in, or where you're strong in, you can test yourself on this SUMS framework here. And you can go to sossalonsurvey.com. You're going to answer the 5 questions and it's going to create a graph. And when the graph comes back to me, I'm going to piece it together and I'm going to put some ideas together of how this can help you holidays or going into the new year. All right. So go to SOS Salon Survey, complimentary link for you to set up a free strategy session with me if you'd like to hear it live and in person versus me just typing something out to you. All right. Now here's the program I was just telling you guys about. The end on November 8th is the workshop. Okay. So on Monday, November 8th, we're going to do a 90-minute workshop where we're going to put our holiday promotion strategy together. And then on Tuesday through Thursday of the rest of the week, I'm going to be doing a 45-minute coaching sprint on those days. So you're welcome to show up on those days to be able to have me look at your strategy or get some ideas of how you can implement the strategy, or what are some things that you might need to do in order to have it be successful. Okay. We're going to talk about marketing ideas for the holiday. We're going to put together a strategy to be able to increase your sales. And we're going to have tons and tons of ideas do the bonus holiday marketing guide, and all of my marketing resources are available to you as well. And you can register for free for this program. And you're going to go to sosmarketingsprint.com. sosmarketingsprint.com. The workshop. So that's what you need to show up to. And then, of course, the other days are work with me as a coach and kind of get an experience of that. All right. We're all about building that brand so that you can survive, because here's what I can close with, you guys. Survival is exhausting. You got to get out of survival mode because it's exhausting. And we got to get to thriving mode because it's holiday marketing sprint.